Afternoon.
Good afternoon, Petronila. Good afternoon, Ivania. And we also have Hugo. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, teachers and classmates.
How are you guys?
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Fine, thanks for asking.
Hugo is
What about
good.
you? Yes, thanks for asking.
Good. Thanks. And now, Ivania, how are you, Ivania?
I'm fine, teacher.
Good. So there is another person that is good. Petronila, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Amanda? Well, Amanda was there, but then she left. Now, Gabriela. I guess some people are having problem with connection because they stay like entering, but they never enter. So you see, Amanda is back. Good afternoon, Amanda.
Good afternoon, teacher. I have a problem with my internet.
Yeah, I was saying that there are some people having the same problem. Gabriela too, I guess. Well, Mary Mejia is connecting. Okay, so I hope you all are doing well. Good afternoon, Maria. I hope you all are doing well.
Good afternoon.
And I hope also you watched the video that we had in the group yesterday. Yes, because it was important to mention places that we can find in a city. And that's basically what we are going to have today. Our objective for today will be describe places in the city, but also to give instructions to get to the places. So that's something new for you because I guess you don't know how to give directions. If I ask you right now, let's say that I'm at Metro Centro and I want to go to the Cuscatlan Park, how do I get to the Cuscatlan Park? Probably you won't give me the answer. So that's what we are going to study today. And if you know the names of the street, that would
Take a over.
take an Uber. That would be the best option right now. So probably Emerson is going to help us. But yeah, sometimes it
Good
happens.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, Emerson. When you don't know a place, so you can also go to that place just by walking or by driving your own car. Now we have different applications. We have ways and other things that we can use. So technology is helping us to get around easily. Yes? And that's the objective that we have for today. So I'm going to start with Petronila. Petronila, is there a clinic in your neighborhood? Is there a clinic in your neighborhood?
No, there is no, no,
There isn't.
sorry. There
No.
is no,
There is
no,
any.
any.
More. Okay, we are going to see that later. Good. Thank you, Petronila. Now, Ivania, is there a gas station near your house?
Um, no, can you repeat, please?
Sure. Is there a gas station around your house or near your house?
No, there are any gas station.
Okay, we are going to see it later. Thank you. Hugo, is there a hospital near your house?
Yes, there is one hospital,
Perfect. Perfect.
San Rafael.
Okay. Thank you, Hugo. Now, Amanda,
You're welcome.
are there any bookstores in your neighborhood?
No, there aren't.
Okay, there aren't any. Thank you. Mario Mejia, is there a basketball court in your neighborhood?
No, there are in this neighborhood only only there are some fields of soccer.
Soccer fields.
Mhm.
Okay,
Soccer
so there
field.
are some soccer fields, but there isn't a basketball court. Good.
No.
Ale, where are you, Ale Castro? Where are you, Ale?
I'm lunchtime.
And what is that? Where are you, the
Lunch.
place?
I'm Colonia Escalón.
Okay, so is there a good restaurant around that place?
Yes, there are some good restaurants.
Okay, for example, the ones that you have seen that you can see around.
Wendy's.
So fast food restaurants. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ale. Gabriela, are there any police stations near your house?
Um, yes, there is one police station
Oh,
near my neighborhood.
perfect. Is it a big police station or a small police station?
A small police station.
Okay, good. So we usually have just one police station in a neighborhood, and it is usually a little one. Good. Sylvia, are there any drugstores in your neighborhood?
Yes, there are some. There are on the main street.
So they are all on Main Street.
Yeah,
Okay. What are the most popular that you can find over there?
I don't remember the name, but it's in the corner of the on the main street and the 36th street.
So on the corner of. Good, thank you. Leslie, where do you live?
I live in Tonacatepeque.
Tonacatepeque. Okay. Leslie, is there a theater in Tonacatepeque?
No, there aren't any.
Okay, thank you, Leslie. Emerson, where are you? I can see that you're not at home.
I am here in Pollo Campero de la 25.
The 25th. What is the 25th? Rosales Hospital.
No. The font uh, illuminated. Fuente Luminosa.
Oh, okay. So, Emerson, are there any gas stations around that place?
Um, Around this place, yes. And uh, 4 blocks are Texaco and are Gas Puma station.
Oh, there is a Texaco and a,
Gas Puma station.
oh, a Puma. So there is a Texaco and a Puma. Good. Thank you. Caesar, last time you said that you lived in Soyapango, right? No, Ilopango.
Here, yes.
Okay,
What in Altavista, exactly.
Altavista. That is in Ilopango. It's part of Ilopango.
I think yes.
Okay. So, is there a supermarket in Ilopango or in Altavista?
Yes, there are some supermarket in Altavista.
Really? Some? Can you mention them? What are their
For
names?
example, one is Maxi Despensa, and the other is La Despensa de Don Juan.
Okay, so are those supermarkets in Altavista or near Altavista?
Near Altavista.
Perfect, thank you. Elena, enjoy your meal. Elena, last time you said that you lived in Mexicanos or Santa Tecla. Santa Tecla, I guess.
I live in San Salvador.
San Salvador.
Yes.
Okay, Elena. Is there a zoo near your house? Is there a
No,
zoo?
there isn't.
Okay, good. Last one. Carla Moss, where are you? Are you in your house?
Yes, I'm in my house.
Ah, okay. I saw the sky over there, so I said maybe she's good.
Yes, I'm in my backyard.
Good. Where do you live?
I live in Santa Tecla.
Oh, you live in Santa Tecla. Good. So, is there a good museum in Santa Tecla?
Museum.
Yes.
What is the meaning of museum? Sorry.
A museum is a place where you can go and you will get information about different things like monuments, like sculptures or paintings, or about people, different things. Like Timarin is a
Uh,
museum, but it's only for
uh,
kids. David
well,
David Guzman is another one, but that is for all people. So, is there an interesting museum in Santa Tecla?
no, there isn't. There isn't.
I heard.
But is
Uh-huh.
but sometimes in the Palacio Tecleño, sometimes realize exhibiciones. I don't know how do you say
Exhibitions.
exhibition
Oh,
about the history or something like that.
okay, good. Thank you. So
Okay, okay.
you were talking, or you were giving me information about all those places that I can find if I go and visit you one day. I know that there is a gas station, there is a police station in the case of Gabriela, that there are some supermarkets in the case of Caesar, so I can have an idea about the places in the city. So let's see some little things that we need to correct. And this is just for you to remember. And here we have a question with two answers on the left and a question on the right with two answers too. So Emerson, can you read the number one, please? The one that is on the left with the two answers?
Excuse me, teacher, I can give you.
Yes. I'm asking you to read the question number one that is on the left in the grammar box. Are there location expressions?
Is there a cafe,
Cafe.
with cafe? Is there a cafe with free Wi-Fi near here?
Near or near?
Near,
Okay, now
near
repeat
here.
the question.
Yes, there is. There is one on my street. No,
Okay,
there, no, there isn't. There isn't one in this neighborhood.
all right. Thank you, Emerson. So the question is there a cafe with free Wi-Fi near here? And then the answer, yes, there is. There is one on Main Street. No, there isn't. There isn't one in this neighborhood. So Caesar, if I say, is there a cafe, is that singular or plural? Am I talking about a place in singular or plural?
In singular, I think.
Perfect. The answer is singular. How do you know? Because you're saying a, and the meaning of a is one. Now, in the answer, Leslie, yes, there is. There is one on Main Street. Singular or plural?
Singular.
Singular, thank you. Now, next one. Let's see. Ivania. No, there isn't. There isn't one in this neighborhood. What is that? Singular or plural?
Singular and negative.
Oh, singular and negative. Perfect, Ivania. So as you can see, in the question and in the answer, you only have singular. Why? Because the question is singular, so you answer with singular. Can you answer with plural? Yes, you can. You can also do it. Now let's go to the next one. Petronila, can you read the question, please? Petronila?
Sorry, but I can't hear you now. Yes. What do
Okay,
you say?
the second question.
Are there any cash machine near here?
Perfect. Now, Hugo, what is the answer?
Cash machine. Let me see. I lost.
It's in the grammar box. It is on the right. Question number one, is there a cafe?
Oh,
In the grammar
is
box.
there a Yes, there are. There are some outside the bank.
Perfect.
Or no, there aren't. There aren't any nearby.
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 All right, good. Thank you. Now, Hugo, is that question singular or plural?
The question is plural.
How do you know that it's plural?
Because say are there. Are there is plural.
Perfect. So whenever you say are, you have to know that it's plural. Since the moment that you are using are, you have to know that you're saying something in plural. And if you say singular, you say is. Plural, are. That's the difference. Now, check the difference when the question is singular. So you say there is one, or no, there isn't one. Why? Because the question is singular. Now let's analyze the positive sentence. Are there any? Why any? Because any means X quantity of something. So you say any in the question, and any also in the negative form. Any in the question and any in the negative form. So you will use them for both, for questions in negative but plural, not singular. So if I asked you at the beginning, uh, is there a gas station around your neighborhood? And you told me, no, there isn't any. That is not correct. Why not? Because with any, we are using aren't. No, there aren't any. You cannot say there isn't any. Yes? Why not? Because isn't is for singular, so you say one. Aren't is for plural, so then you say any. Now, there are some things that are countable and uncountable. In that case, you can say there isn't any because you're talking about things that are not countable, but here we are talking about things that you can count. Yes? So this is completely different. This is another story. So one for singular, any will be for plural. And if it is positive, you have to use some. Yes? So some of you, I ask you, is there a supermarket? And maybe in your supermarket, there is more than one. Can you answer in plural? Yes, you can say, yes, there are two supermarkets, or there are some supermarkets. Could be. It could be. Can you say, are there any? And in the answer you say, yes, there is. You cannot say, yes, there is. You can only say yes as a short answer, and then you say, there is one in this and this place, because there are no more than one. So you can also say. Now, we were also talking about locations. Where? Oh, next to, across from, between, inside, outside, on the corner of, across, or across the street, or across from, or opposite. So let's try to remember one by one. These are some prepositions that you already know. Amanda, what place is behind Intercontinental Hotel? What places can you find behind Intercontinental Hotel? Who knows the answer if Amanda doesn't know it?
International Hotel in Metrocentro or in other place.
The Intercontinental, the one that is across from Metrocentro. So that one is across from Metrocentro. But my question is, what can you find or what can you see behind Intercontinental Hotel?
Bars? Some bars?
Oh,
There are some
Also, restaurants and diners.
There are some restaurants or diners.
Yes.
Good. There are also some bars. So you can find them behind Intercontinental Hotel. So behind means in the back side of the hotel. Next one, Marlene. What can you find? Well, do you know Metrocentro pretty well, Marlene?
Little.
Where do you live?
In Soyapango.
In Soyapango.
Plaza Mundo.
Maybe,
Yes.
maybe
Knows
Mundo.
Plaza Mundo.
Okay, but I don't know Plaza Mundo very much. So let me try to get. Do you know Unicentro?
Sorry?
Do you know Unicentro?
Little. But
I know Unicentro. So, what is the place that is in front of? What is this? Despensa de Don Juan, because I guess there is a Despensa de Don Juan or Despensa de Don Juan.
I think a cyber cafe, maybe.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So that is in front of, and you don't have a street. It's in the same place. You don't have a street dividing the two places. Yes, it's just in front of. Next one, Hugo. What place is there next to Metrocentro? What place is there next to Metrocentro?
Maybe I think there is a gas station.
Next to Metrocentro. I think the gas station is a little bit far.
And on the corner,
Exactly.
there is a gas station.
But it's on the other corner.
Next. And then there is a Metro Sur.
But Metro Sur has a street between Metrocentro and Metro Sur, so it is not next to Metrocentro.
I lost.
Who knows a place? Who knows a place that is next to Metrocentro?
Banco Agrícola is next to Metrocentro.
How it's not
It's a
Agrícola?
bank. No, it's Agrícola.
No.
But it's
There is a bank. There
It's
is a bank.
There is a bank. It is Promérica
Okay.
or
Scotiabank.
Scotiabank.
I think.
Now
I
it's
remember there is a building, office, or something like that.
The AFP.
Yes.
There is
Okay.
a Cuscatlan Bank.
Cuscatlan Bank.
Yeah, because I remember the name because I went to, how to say, renovar,
Renew.
renew my
License. Or what?
card
And Scotiabank sells.
of my car. So there is a Cuscatlan.
Okay, perfect. So there is a bank. Let's say that there is a bank next to Metrocentro. Exactly.
Next to Metrocentro.
And you have Metrocentro and Metrosur. Between Metrocentro and Metrosur, you have a street. Yes, between Metrocentro and Metrosur, you have a street. What is the name of that street, Xiomara? Do you know it?
no, not remember.
Okay, who knows the name of that street between Metrocentro and Metrosur?
This is the street, prolongación de la Juan Pablo.
Exactly, it is Juan Pablo II.
Pablo II.
Exactly, Juan Pablo II. That's the name of that street.
I
Good.
searched in internet and I found that is Los Andes Avenue.
But Los Andes is the other one. Los Andes
Between
is
Metrocentro and Metrosur.
Yes, but I guess it is the other one. Because Juan Pablo II finishes exactly on the corner of Los Héroes Boulevard and Juan Pablo. So that is the last point. There you have.
Okay.
Good. Now, let's see who else is over there. Michelle, can you mention a restaurant that is inside Metrocentro?
Wherever restaurant.
Any restaurant, any restaurant.
Pizza Hut.
All
It is into a Metrocentro.
Inside Metrocentro.
Metrocentro.
Perfect. You are right. You have a Pizza Hut inside Metrocentro. Now, Ariel, can you tell me a place or something that you can find outside Metrocentro? What can you find outside Metrocentro?
You can find Wendy's, I think.
Wendy's outside Metrocentro. No, I think that Wendy's is part of Metrocentro. I mean,
I don't remember.
outside Metrocentro. Can you
Yes,
repeat?
I understood, but I don't remember very well. Only the bands and the hotels, I think.
Yes, but let's imagine that you are at the door. Yes, at the gate of Metrocentro. What can you see outside Metrocentro? After the door, what can you see? What can you find there?
The bus stop.
Oh, perfect, Xiomara. So there are or there is, Xiomara?
There is.
There is what?
There is one bus stop.
Perfect. There is one bus stop or there is a bus stop. Good. Elena. Do you know Los Próceres Boulevard?
No.
No. Do you know Paseo General Escalón?
A little.
Okay. Can you mention places that you can find on Paseo General Escalón?
Yes. There is a mall, galerías, and the restaurant is Los Cebollines, I think, and one store that the name is Dollar City.
Good. So those three places are on Paseo General Escalón, and you mentioned only one street. Now, on the corner of, when you say on the corner of, you need to mention the two streets that make the corner. So, Leslie, let me see. Do you know the Pro Familia Hospital?
No,
Really? Pro Familia Hospital?
I don't remember.
Cuscatlan Park?
A little?
Okay, where is the Cuscatlan Park? Telling me on the corner of.
Maybe Rosales?
No. Okay, the Rosales Hospital. Where is the Rosales Hospital? Where is the Rosales Hospital, Leslie?
Maybe Puma gas station.
Okay, but I need that you use on the corner of. On the corner of, and that you use the two streets that make the corner. If you want to say the Rosales Hospital, say the Rosales Hospital. But if you want to say the Cuscan Park, you can say it too. They have exactly the same corner. At least you will mention the same corner.
Sorry, teacher, I don't remember.
You don't know the names of the streets, probably. Okay.
Probably.
One street is called 25th. 25th Avenue, I guess it is. 25th Avenue. And the other one is, let me see. How do you call this one?
Alameda, Franklin, Roosevelt.
Roosevelt. So it is Roosevelt. So one is Roosevelt and the other one is 25th. Now, where is the Rosales Hospital?
Maybe la 25, 25.
I will repeat the name of the streets. One is 25th, not 25, it's 25th because you have the T and H. And the other one is Roosevelt. Now, where is it? Tell me on the corner of.
25. 25.
Yes, Leslie. Leslie, can you hear me?
I
Because
have a problem with my internet.
because I think that you have too much noise around. But my question is, where is Rosales Hospital? I need that you use the expression on the corner of, and that you mention the two streets that make the corner, exactly where you have the Rosales Hospital. So where is the Rosales Hospital, Leslie?
Um, 20, 25th Avenue.
I think you are not understanding what I'm saying, Leslie.
No, sorry, I don't.
Leslie, listen. I need that you use on the corner of. That is the preposition or the location that you have to give me. On the corner of. I'm not asking you to tell me next to, between, in front of. No, I need that you use on the corner of and the two streets that I'm telling you. One street is 25th and the other street is Roosevelt. Now tell me.
Corner of
Okay, but
Avenue.
Leslie, give me the complete sentence because remember that you are in another level, so you have to give
There are.
complete idea.
There are.
No, my question is, where is Rosales Hospital? Now give me the answer.
Maybe it is corner of
On the corner
Avenue.
of,
25, 25, and Alameda Rosa.
okay, that was better. That was better. The correct way, Leslie, is the Rosales Hospital is on the corner of, and then you mentioned the two streets, 25th and Roosevelt. Easy and simple. Now, can you repeat it?
The Rosales Hospital is corner of Avenue 25th and Alameda Rosa.
Yes, the pronunciation is on the corner of. On the corner,
On the corner of.
Exactly like that. Good. Now, the last preposition that you can use is across from, or you use the expression across and you mention the street, across the street. Across from or across the street. If you don't want to say that, you can only say opposite. For example, the ex maternidad hospital was across from Rosales Hospital in the past. Across from Rosales Hospital. Yes? Or you can say the maternidad hospital or the ex maternidad hospital was opposite Rosales Hospital. Yes? Or the ex maternidad hospital was across the 25th. Yes, across the 25th. So those are the expressions that you can use to describe location. Behind, in front, next to your side, between one place and another one, inside, in the interior, outside, in the exterior, on, you mentioned one street, on the corner of, you mentioned the two streets that make the corner where the place is, and across from, you say when you have one place on the other side of the street. Yes? So now, just to practice a little bit, the Cuscatlan Park is across the
Sure.
street. Exactly. It's across the street. In that case, because we know which street we are talking about, we are talking about the street that is near Rosales Hospital. But if you don't know the name, if you don't know where the person is, you have to mention the name of the street. Yes? You can say Cuscatlan Park is across the Roosevelt. Maria Mejia, you have a question?
Yes, it's a little question. You say before ex hospital de maternidad, but also I heard before that other form that I can say ex is former, and I want to know if is correct both
It is correct.
ex and former.
It is correct. Former is like more formal, and it is indicating like the beginning of something. You can
Yeah.
say it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So these are prepositions that you can use to describe the location of places. Now, I need you to take a picture of this exercises because I need that you correct them or you complete them in pairs. What are you going to do? Well, Yesterday, we got this map. Do you remember it? So we got this map, and the activity was to complete this exercise. So we are going to complete it using what? Easy. We are going to use two things. We are going to use is there a or are there any for questions. We are going to use there is one or there are some for positive singular and plural. We will use there isn't one for singular and there aren't any for plural. So this is what you're going to do. If you have a question and an answer, you have to use this section over here. If you are describing location, if you are describing where the place is exactly, so then you use location, like behind, in front of, next to, between, and the rest. Yes? So just to give you an example, Leslie, can you read the first question, please? It says the driver. You have the driver and you have Matt. So the driver is asking.
Is there a bank around here?
And the answer?
Yeah, there is one right on Main Street.
Perfect. So the question is singular, the answer is singular, you're saying one in the answer. Then you have Main Street. Oh, you are giving the name of a street. So only one street? Yes. So if you have one street, you use on Main Street. Now, then you continue using the map that you have in the WhatsApp group. You have to complete this exercise. And you're going to work in pairs. So I hope you got the picture of that one. I guess someone sent it to the WhatsApp group. And we are going to work in pairs. Well, one group is going to be of two or three. So you enter, work with your classmates, and give the answers to that. Enter right now. You have 5 minutes. Enter Amanda, Marlene, Alejandra.
Have the one, right? The first.
Yes, Matt. Yeah, there's one right on Main Street.
Street. It's,
And the other is a
Wait a
deli,
minute.
or a
Are you working, Samara?
Yes, but I don't.
Yes, I am here. I see the picture
in the WhatsApp group.
The screenshot was for a screenshot, but I can't now take my face.
Yes, because you're checking the message.
Yes,
no?
But I study the example and I am I don't know, teacher, tratando de descifrarlo.
Okay, what you have to do is to work together and complete the exercises using there is, there are, a for singular, some for plural, any for negative,
Okay.
like
That
that.
is the same image of yesterday.
Exactly. You have to use the same map and check the answers if they are like using some, any, a, and like that. Are you using your computer, Simara?
Yes.
You can also project it on the screen right now if you want so that Emerson can see it.
Okay. But
You finish, guys?
No, Cesar has problem with him sound or I don't know, but has problem.
Okay, Alejandra is there, but I think that she is having problems too. So, Caesar, what happened?
I don't know. The Elena said me that your microphone.
No, but I can hear you.
Yes, but antes no sé.
Before.
Before
Okay, so
before saying
you can start working right now.
yes, but can you hear me very well?
Yes?
I can hear you, but sounds bad. I try to connect. I'm gonna to connect again because I hear so bad.
Okay, because I can hear Caesar well. So she will enter again. Do you have the exercises there?
The exercise,
Yes? Do you have the picture? It is in the WhatsApp group.
the the map. I don't have the picture.
The map is the
Uh,
map that we sent yesterday. The map is there.
okay.
It is exactly 2 messages before. You will find it there. Do you get it? No?
Yes.
Okay, if you didn't get it, I'm also sending it right now again. There you have it.
Okay.
So I'm going to check if Elena is trying to enter. Give me a second.
Okay.
So the question maybe is, there is a parking lot. Well, there is one. Just there is
Okay.
one because there is one, right? Parking
Okay.
lot is one.
I
And the third. Uh, Where's the department store? I don't see.
I think it's next to the beach cinema.
Next to cinema. Which cinema? Side pizza. Where?
Do you finish, guys?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, you are fast. We still have 45 seconds. Good. Okay, so wait for the other ones to join us.
I think, I'm not very sure about that part, but I think it's like on Lincoln. If you want,
The thing that you have to do, the thing that you have to do is to check. What do you have, Leslie? Do you have a place or a street?
Street.
So, what are the prepositions that you use when you have streets? Can you
On.
can you see the pictures on the right? Can you see the three pictures on the right that have a street? What are they? Leslie, can you hear me?
Yes.
So, what is the answer? I'm asking you. Can you see? Go back to the picture, please. Go back to the picture of the exercises, please. That one. Thank you. So, can you see the pictures on the right that you have streets? Can you see them?
Let me-
Can you see the pictures?
Yes, yes.
Okay, can you tell me those prepositions that you have to use?
On.
Uh-huh.
In.
Do you have in? What is in? Natalia, can you underline or circle the prepositions over there with a pen?
this,
Yes, the three prepositions. Thank you. So those are the three prepositions that you can use, Leslie. Can you repeat them? On, that is one. Number two?
Across.
Across, and you mentioned the street or across from. And the number three? Yes.
Sorry.
There are only three pictures. You told me two, so the other one is the number three. You said on, that is one. Across is the number two, and the number three?
On the corner of.
Oh, so that is the other one. Those are the three prepositions that you can use when you're talking about streets. On the corner of, and across, and you mention the street. Yes? Now, here you have how many streets? One or two streets? In the exercise, how many streets do you have? It says Lincoln.
On.
Exactly, you say on because you have only one street. So you say on. If you have two streets, on the corner of, and you mention the two streets. So that's a way that you need to analyze if it is possible to say what is true or not. Continue.
The corner of Main Street.
First and third. But it's okay, the corner of.
Okay. In the
Teacher,
Yes.
I have the problem.
What's the problem? Look at my picture over there and look at your picture.
Because Gerson, because because Gerson,
Oh, Harrison is sick.
you
True.
sick.
Harrison is sick.
You
You
yes.
know, I'm not sick right now. Well, I was sick last week,
He's
but
sick.
right now.
No.
Okay, but he can type. He can type
Is sick.
over there.
Harrison is sick. Yes, teacher. Sí, eso, sorry, en Spanish. Eso es lo que estamos haciendo, lo estamos terminando. Bueno, estamos haciéndolo,
We are
que yo lo leo y él solamente me,
in English.
ajá, me envía qué es lo que.
Tell me in English.
¿Ah?
Tell me in English.
Harrison and me, no. I don't know, teacher.
Yes, Harrison and I. Harrison and
Harrison and I.
Because you continue.
Are. No, ya me perdí, teacher. ¿Qué quiere que le diga en inglés?
What you are saying in Spanish. What you are saying in Spanish, tell me in English, not in Spanish.
Harrison and I, I'm working, I know, are working.
Perfect.
In the homework. For finish para terminar, no sé, finish.
To finish.
Put finish. Okay, put finish.
To finish.
To finish. Okay.
Okay. But maybe Harrison can speak, but he can type it. So that's how you will finish it.
Yes. I say lo que está en la, ¿cómo sería lo que está en la imagen?
What is
in the photo, the homework?
Okay.
And Harrison
types. Okay, good. Do you finish, girls?
Only 3 questions.
You're missing 3.
Yes.
Okay, well, we are going to do it together.
Okay. There isn't any in this neighborhood.
I think Elaine is back.
Hi, Natalia.
Hi. Give me a second.
Okay, good. So now let's check the answers. First, Leslie is going to continue reading the information in the first part. So Leslie, it says, is there a bank around here? Continue.
Yes, there is one right on Main Street. It's next to the deli.
Next to the deli. So let's go back to the picture and see the deli. Where is the deli? Next to the deli. Okay, this is what we got. Where is the deli? It's over here next to the deli. Okay, continue.
Do you see Sam's Deli just across the street?
Oh, so Sam's Deli just across the street. Exactly, it is just across the street. Yes, you cross the street and you will find it because here you have the person that is asking for information. So just cross the street. Good. Next one. Next one is going to be Natalia. It says, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, can I park there? I mean, is there a parking lot? Is there a parking lot?
perfect. Is there a parking lot? And the answer is, Humana? Well,
Well, there is one just behind the bank.
well, there is one just behind the bank. Let's see the bank, and behind the bank, you have the parking. Exactly. So it is correct. Continue, Samara. But the entrance,
But the entrance is on Lincoln.
okay, let's see if the entrance is on Lincoln. Yes, the entrance is on Lincoln, but the parking is behind the bank. Good. Next one, um, Mario Castro.
Are there any public restrooms near there?
Perfect. And the answer, Emerson? Emerson. Emerson.
Excuse me, teacher. No, there aren't any there.
Perfect. No, there aren't any there. There aren't any there. And then Gabriela continues. But there is a department store. But
Sorry, teacher. But there is a department store on the corner of May and Third.
perfect, because you have two streets, Main and Third. So two streets. Good. Next one, Mario Mejia. Um, I'm sure.
Let me, okay. Um, I'm sure there are any there.
Is any for positive or for negative?
No, sorry. I'm sure there are some there inside the store.
Perfect. There are positive, so some. There are some there
Yes.
inside the store. Perfect. Next one. Well, Harrison can speak because he's sick. Petronila. It says thanks.
Thanks. Oh, and um, are there any shoe store near here?
Shoe stores.
Shoe store. Are there any shoe store near here?
Perfect. So you say, are there any, because you have shoe stores in plural. Good. Ivania, continue. Well,
There is one on Main.
yes. One,
Between Second and First Avenue, but that's about it.
exactly. Between 2nd and 3rd Avenue. Let's go to the map. Between 2nd and 1st. And what is the shoe store? It is called Riviera Shoes. Good. Next one. Let's see. Priscilla. Okay.
Okay, and one more thing. Is there a post office around here?
Good. Is there a post office around here? And the answer, Tommy? Actually,
Actually, there is any in this neighborhood.
You cannot say any because any is for plural.
Actually, there is
Isn't, no int. It is isn't.
Some, no, one in this neighborhood.
No, repeat it, Tom.
Actually, there ain't
isn't
sorry, isn't one in this neighborhood.
Exactly. You say there isn't one because when you say there is, you need to use the word one.
One.
Here you have it. One, singular. Some and any is for plural, not for singular. Next one. Let's see. Next person will be Marlene. So there isn't one in this neighborhood, he said. Continue.
In this neighborhood, there is only mailbox outside the drugstore.
Okay, let's see the picture. Outside the drugstore is here. Yes, we have a mailbox over there. Exactly, outside the drugstore. Good, it is right here. You can see it. It's there. Good, thank you. And the last one. The last one will be Sylvia. It says the shoe store. Sylvia? Is Sylvia here? No.
Did you say Sylvia?
Yes,
Or-
Sylvia.
Sorry. There is only the drugstore outside the shoe store.
No, it was outside the drugstore. Outside the drugstore, and now you have the shoe store.
But outside the shoe store.
No. Can you see the circle that is in red over here?
Yeah.
So this is the mailbox. The
That
mailbox is outside the drugstore, not
That
outside
is
the shoe store.
that is across from.
Ah, exactly. So can you repeat it?
Across from the shoe store.
Exactly. It is across from the shoe store. Yes, because you have the street. Perfect. So this is the way that you describe location. Where is, you can ask, and then you start describing location. But you can also give directions. Yes? And we have some words that we can use in order to give directions. And we have some questions that we can use in order to ask for directions because they are different. So here I have a conversation. In this conversation, one of you is going to be A and the other one is going to be B. So first person that is going to be A is going to be Carla, and the person that is B is going to be Michelle. So this is the conversation. One of you is A and the other person is B, only on the left. So you can start. Carla is
You
A.
say sorry. You say C or A. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying right now letter A and letter B. Carla is letter A, Michelle is letter B.
Okay. Excuse me. Could you give me direction to the Rock Roll Museum?
Sure, go straight ahead for 2 blocks. You're going to see a ferry terminal. Make a right and go down the street about the block. It's on the left.
Perfect. So as you can see, we have one way to ask for questions. What is that way to ask, Natalia? What was the question?
Can you repeat it, please?
What is the question that you use to ask for direction?
The question.
Can you
I
hear
didn't
that?
understand.
What is the question that you use to ask for direction in that conversation that you have on the left that just, that they just finished saying?
The question is when she asked for information about the Rock and Roll Museum.
Exactly. So what is the question?
Could you give me direction to Rock and Roll Museum?
All right. So this is the question. Could you give me directions? Could you give me directions to, and like that? Now let's see in the second conversation. In the second conversation, you have C and D. So Petronila is going to be C and Hugo is going to be D.
Are you lost? Can I help you?
Yes, thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Panther Stadium?
Sure. Go to the end of this block and turn right. Walk up 2 blocks. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
Perfect. Now, what is the question over here? Let's see, Gabriela, what is the question in this case?
Can you tell me how to get to Parder Stadium?
Good job, Gabriela, good job. This is exactly the question. Can you tell me how to get to? Can you tell me how to get to, and you mention the place? Could you give me directions to, and you mention the place? So those are two questions that you can ask to get directions. Now, let's see the answer. In part A and B, you have go straight ahead. So go straight ahead is like go directly. Shh. Don't turn right, don't turn left, go straight ahead. Yes, go straight ahead for 2 blocks. What are blocks? From here to here, you have 1 block. Exactly. And
Teacher.
here we have the second block. Yes? So
I am asking for a permission because I need to picking up to my dad because he isn't in my house, so he is in the hospital and I need to pick up him.
okay, Sylvia, just give me 2 minutes to take the picture.
Okay.
Okay, so go straight ahead for 2 blocks. That means that you need to go in a direct position. You cannot turn right or left. Then,
Teacher,
yes,
block is cuadra.
yes, exactly. Here you have 1 block. Here you have the other.
Okay, thanks.
Good. Now, make a right. Make a right, it's similar to say turn right. You can say make a right, or you can say turn right. Turn right or make a right. Go down. So go down. Shh. You don't go up. Up is the opposite of down. So go down the street. Shh. For example, if you are, let's say, Where exactly? Oh, if you are La Tiendona, because I guess that Silvia lives around there, you have La Tiendona, and you want to go to Plaza Mundo, you have to go down the street. You have to go down all the boulevard to get to Plaza Mundo. Yes, so go down or walk. If the person is walking, walk down the street about a block. And then the location, it's on the left. In other words, you're saying the place is on the left or the place is on the right. Now, let's check the second one. In the second answer, you have go to the end of this block. So, go to the last part of the block. Go to the end of this block. And then turn right. Turn right. Or you can say make a right. Make a right or turn right. And then what do you have? Walk up. Walk up 2 blocks. The opposite, walk down. Now the expression. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. In other words, it's similar to say you cannot get lost. Yes, you can't get lost. It's easy to get to that place. You can miss it. You cannot get lost. It's easy. Now, questions about this vocabulary that you have to ask for directions and give directions?
Teacher, question.
Yes.
You can miss it. It's in Spanish. No te perdes.
Exactly like that. Exactly like that. It's an expression.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why in the first question is cool and the second is can?
Perfect. That was what
Teacher,
that was
¿será porque...
in English, Gabriela, in English.
Teacher, because it's a formal questions?
Perfect, Gabriela. That is the answer. That is exactly the answer because it is a formal question. Could is more formal than can. Yes, so that's the difference. When you say could, is more formal than if you say can. That is the only difference. Is it bad to say can? No, it's not bad. You can use it. But if you say could, it's more formal. That's the only difference. Good. Another question? Leslie?
The picture, teacher, please.
Okay, no more questions?
I have a question.
Yes?
For the saying cool and can, you can use in the present or is a past time or use only the present?
Can and could are modals and you use them for the present. For the present. Good question too. Good question. Now open the cameras. Emerson, Mario Mejia, Alejandra, open the cameras because I need to take the picture. Alejandra Barrera, open the camera. Mary Castro, you need to show your face. Okay, I don't know what happened to Alejandra. I guess she got lost. 1, 2, go. Let me check if I could. So that is exactly the way that you use it. You use it for the present. Could is the past of can, but in this case, it's not like the past. It's just an expression to make it more formal. Yes, that's the only thing. Good. And right now, we are going to see what Xiomara was asking. What's the difference and what are other ways that we can use can and could to ask for directions or to ask for locations. So I'm going to share the screen right now. Just give me a second. All right. So this is the next one. You can use can for questions. Sometimes they can also be used for request and offers. So when we say offers, it means that you are offering your help to someone else. For example, Sylvia is walking and you see that Sylvia is carrying different bags. So you can say, can I help you? You are offering your help. She's not asking you. You are offering help. What can I do for you? What can I do for you? You are offering your help. How can I help you? You are asking the person, but at the same time, you are offering your service or you are offering some help. So, can is mainly when you offer. In request, you can use can and could. Can you help me? Request is like a petition, a favor that you ask. Can you help me? Can you tell me how to get to the aquarium? Could you give me directions? So, here the difference between can and could is that could is more formal than can. Yes? When you are asking for help. If you are giving help, the most common expression is can. Can I help you? What can I do for you? How can I help you? Yes? But in request, when you ask because you need the favor, so then if you use can and could, but could is more formal than can. Now here we have some information. Let's see, Natalia, could you read the information that is in conversation?
Yes. Can you is more common than could you for request. People use could you to make their request more polite.
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 Exactly. And polite means respectful. Yes, respectful. So that is polite. So as you can see, which is more common? Which is more common, Petronila? Could you or can you? Petronila?
Can you?
Perfect.
Sorry. Can you?
Perfect. Why? It's popular. It's popular. People use can you many times. Could you is okay, but the difference is that it's a little bit more formal. Yes? So now let's complete these exercises. Ivania, start with number 1. You have to use can or could to complete them.
Could you give me direction to the Museum of Modern Art?
Continue.
No. Is it far from here?
From
here?
here.
Here, sorry.
Perfect. So the answer was could you? Could you give me directions? Good. Next one. Leslie. It says, no, it's not far. Continue.
Give me a second.
Maybe we need to take a look at the map. The person is looking for the Museum of Modern Art. It's not far, so continue, Leslie. Here you have the map. Here you have Rock and Roll Museum. You have the visitor. You have a hall, you have a park, you have aquarium, you have a ferry, you have the terminal, you have another park over, no, but this is a water park. You have a subway entrance over here, you have a hotel, you have a theater, you have a museum of modern art, you have a parking garage, you have a shopping mall. So the question is, Leslie, could you give me directions to the museum of modern art? Is it far from here? Leslie, are you there?
Yeah.
Leslie,
Sorry, I don't
we
know.
are exactly here, Leslie, here. Can you read it?
So go out of the door and turn.
And turn, so where do you have to turn? Now we are going to see the map. Oops. Turn what? Imagine that you are here. So you go to the door and then you turn what?
Across.
Sorry?
Block.
Where do you turn, Leslie? Let's pretend that you are here. Well, I will draw it again. You can see the person over here, right? So she's asking for
Okay.
direction. You get out of the door and you turn here, or you turn to the other side. So where? To
Go
get
down.
to the Museum of Modern Art. Don't complicate, Leslie. You are here. You are outside the place. The person is saying, turn what? Right or left?
Left.
Oh,
Left.
left. Perfect. So, Leslie, that is the answer for the exercise. The answer was turn left.
Okay.
Can you repeat it, Leslie?
Okay. So go out for the door and turn left.
Okay, good. Next one, Natalia. You recommend.
Can you recommend a place to go running?
Maybe. Another option, Natalia?
Could you recommend a place to go running?
Good. Perfect. Next one, Michelle. The person says, let me think. Continue.
There is a running path in CSI Park. Go.
Okay, let's take a look at the map. Here you have it. So you need to go here, this place over here. And let's imagine that you are here. So what do you need to do?
You can say up the street. No.
Maybe go up the street, could be.
Yeah.
Another option?
Go to the end of the block.
Yeah, but if you have only one block, but here you have more than one block, you have two. So it could be walk 2 blocks. Walk
2 blocks.
2
Yes.
blocks. Or, as you said, go up the street. Good. Next one. Mario Castro. It says, good morning.
Good morning. Can I help you?
Perfect, because you are offering the service. Now the answer. Priscilla. Yeah.
Can you tell me how to get to the Panther Stadium?
Good. Could you? Perfect. Xiomara, the answer. Sure. Xiomara.
Sure, you need to go Panther Stadium. You need to go.
Xiomara.
Hola, ¿me escucha?
Yes, you need to go.
Okay. Straight. Straight ahead. Oh, straight ahead for 2 blocks.
Oh, that was the answer. 1, 2 blocks. So go straight ahead for 2 blocks. Good. Mario Castro, you are the next one. It says, I'm staying.
I'm staying at the Ocean Hotel. Can you give me directions from there to the aquarium?
Can you give me directions or the other option?
Could you give me directions?
Now the answer, Ariel, no problem. So it says that you are at the hotel and you want to go to the aquarium. Okay, let's look at the picture. What is your hotel? The hotel is over here. And they want to go to the aquarium. The aquarium is over here. So what do you do?
Turn what to blood and then turn left and go ahead.
Perfect. So Ariel gave us 2 instructions. First, go ahead or walk 2 blocks. This one was 1 and then 2. And then he said turn left and go straight ahead. Perfect. Now next one will be Elena. Hello. Elena. Elena.
Teacher, he said that don't listen.
She can listen. Elena? Ellen.
Hello, teacher.
Okay. So,
hello, teacher. Can I help you?
sorry?
Can I help you, teacher?
Sure. Okay, so go ahead. So tell me, Emerson.
Okay. Hello. Can I help you? I am Elena. Oh, I'm sorry. You are waiting for a subway map. Here you go. So the subway is just a short walk from here. Go.
Okay, now we are going to check the map, Elena. Good. So it's right, Emerson. Can I help you? Is the correct one? No, it's saying a subway map. The subway is just a short walk from here. So imagine that you want to go to the subway. So you are over here and you want to go to the subway station. What is the subway station? Can you see it? Where is it? Can you see it? Yes, no?
For the Symphony Hall.
Ah, perfect.
In
It is
front.
over here. Yes, it's here. So what is the instruction, Emerson? Go.
I'm sorry, teacher, I can't hear you.
What is the instruction? The person is here at the hotel and the person wants to go to the subway entrance. So
Okay,
the instruction.
You you turn to left to the
Turn
end of the
left.
block.
Turn left. Okay, and now?
Now go up to 1, 2 blocks.
Go
And the
up 2
finish of
blocks.
the two,
Mhm.
yes, on the finish of the 2 blocks are the subway entrance.
At the end. At
At
the end.
the end, okay. At the end, 2 blocks are the subway entrance.
There is the subway entrance. Okay, now
Okay.
Emerson, is the subway entrance on the right or on the left?
It's right, teacher.
Perfect. It's on the right. Good, thank you. Now, what are you going to do? Easy. Elena 2.0. That was funny. So, what are you going to do? You're going to work in pairs and you're going to create like a little tour to your neighborhood or to the city where you live in. You will ask your classmate, excuse me, I am, let's say that Elena lives in, she can hear what we are saying, so let's pretend that she lives in Chalatenango. So, and you can say, okay, Elena, let's pretend that I am at the Central Park in Chalatenango. How do I get to the stadium? How do I get? How can I get to the stadium? Or could you give me directions to go to the stadium? And then you say, Elena, or Elena 2.0 will answer, okay, go straight ahead for 2 blocks, then turn right and walk for 1 block. The stadium is across from the bakery and it is near a gas station. Yes, so you describe it like that, easy and simple. How? First you ask about the place where you want to go, then you give directions, and at the end, location. Direction first, what can you use? Go straight ahead, turn right, turn left, walk 2 blocks, go up, go down, and like that. Yes? So work in pairs and ask your classmate about places where they live. Enter right now and try to get some information and directions. And
Teacher,
yes, Emerson?
I don't have no.
A
I
partner.
have a low battery in my cell phone. It's down.
Okay. At least try to stay.
Any moment.
Try to stay for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Try to stay for 2 minutes. Petronila, enter. Elena, let's see, with Caesar, you working with Caesar? So enter right now.
Sí. Como, sería como, hi Carla, could you give me invitation to El Café Talón?
Something like that.
O,
Hi Carla, I am at Las Delicias. Could you give me directions to get to El Café Talón? Or I am at the Café Talón. Could you give me directions to go to the city hall? Easy.
so Tommy,
Ok, entonces tipo como, hi Carla, I'm on the Paseo del Carmen. Can you help me to go de Café Talón? Algo así. No, no, espera.
but I can ask you, where are you exactly?
Creo que, pero espera, creo que sería como...
She said Paseo del Carmen. Well, he said Paseo del Carmen, sorry.
Okay.
He didn't mention where exactly, so you take one of the way.
Okay. But, okay, you need go to the end of this block. And then, you need to turn left, and after you need to cross the street. And when you cross the street, you can see the entrance. That's it.
Now give the location. The Café Talón is across from, near, on the corner of, like that, location.
Okay, the Café Talón is in front of the Carnitas Mamachus.
Carnitas Mamachus. Okay, I'm lost. I'm in the Café Talón. How do you get to the San Martin Park?
Well, are you in the entrance of the Café Talón?
Yeah, I'm inside.
Okay, but first of all, you need to go out, salir, right?
The bus, when you arrive to Unicentro Mall, and in the Unicentro Mall, there are many bakeries here or there.
There are
I don't
many
know.
bakeries. There. Okay.
Yeah.
So
in your neighborhood, there is a spa or a beauty salon near your house.
He's there.
Is there? Ah, okay.
No.
Is there? Yes.
No,
Is there
there
in the
isn't.
neighborhood?
No, there isn't. There isn't one in my neighborhood, actually.
But
Because
near?
no.
Because doesn't have.
Can you tell me?
Okay.
Can you tell me how to get one?
I don't understand your question.
Can you tell me how to get?
Well, what for 2 blocks or I don't know.
2 blocks.
Yes, walk for across the street, then walk for 2 blocks.
Okay, but for 2 blocks. Where's the restaurant? What is go ahead of the restaurant? Is
I
next to,
was
sorry, go ahead.
yes, I was only inventing.
Ah, jeez.
Yes.
I think that is.
Yes. Only
Okay.
go around. I don't know how to
Okay.
say it. Yes.
Qué oso. Okay.
Hi guys. Elena, can you hear me? No, I guess she can't. She has problem. Okay, Cesar, I'm going to ask you for directions to get to one of the places around Ilopango. Is there like a shopping center or a mall in Ilopango? The microphone, Cesar?
Sorry. I think no, but there are some stores with with clothes or
Like boutique?
stores. Yes,
Where are they?
and in the mall. I don't remember how do you say the centro.
So you have a
Yes.
mall. That is my question. Is there a mall in Ilopango?
I confundí. Sorry.
Is there a
But
mall in Ilopango? Is there a mall like Unicentro or something like that?
yes, there are
Okay.
one.
There is
There
one.
there is one. Sorry.
Okay. How do I get to that mall if I am, uh, let's see, if I am in Altavista? How do I get to
Repeat
the
the
mall?
question. How do I
How do
get
I
a mall?
how do I get to the mall if I am in Altavista? I am in Altavista right now. So how do I get to the mall? Or how can I get to the mall? Could you give me directions to the mall?
Direction is, for example, is
Caesar.
sorry in my hand. Uh,
I don't know who to say, pero están haciendo bastante bulla, entonces.
They are making noise. They are making noise. Okay,
Yes.
but tell me, give me directions. How do I get to Unicentro?
The direction. Well, the direction is yes, is
Caesar, hurry up. I'm waiting for your answer. Give me directions. Go
yes,
straight
but
ahead, walk 2 blocks or 20 blocks, then you turn right, and like that. Give me directions.
what to what do you say cuesta? So
Count blocks. How many blocks? 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. Easy.
okay, walks 3 or 5 blocks, 3 or 5
No problem.
blocks,
Mhm.
5 blocks, walk for get at this mall and for this mall, walk
Yes. Is it on the
5.
right, on the left, next to what, across from what? Give me location. First direction and then location.
Okay, the mall is in front of the police station.
In front of the police
Wow,
station or across from the police station?
across of the police station.
Across from.
Across from the police station.
Across from, not off.
Across from the police station.
Mhm.
And you walk the you walk the other blocks for the for arrive and for arrive in this mall.
Yes, that was the first instruction. Okay, the first instruction is walk 5 blocks, then turn right. The mall is across from the police station, near a residential or near the park, whatever you want to say. So first, give the instruction. Walk, go straight ahead, turn right, turn left. That is instruction, direction. And then at the end, you give the location. Next to, between, across from, on the corner of, and like that. So now repeat it, Cesar. Give me the direction again.
Walk uh, walk feet 5 blocks or arrive at this mall. And then you walk you walk or you arrive at one police station. In this police station you across from the mall.
The police station is across from the mall. Okay, so that's better. That's better. First, you give direction to arrive at the place, and then you describe the location next to, across from, and like that. Yes. So I'm going to give you directions. Imagine that you are at Salvador del Mundo. Yes, and you want to go to Speak Academy. So I will give you directions. So go up Paseo General Escalón, go up Paseo General Escalón for about 1, 2, 3 blocks. For about 3 blocks. Then turn right. Turn right and go straight ahead for 2 blocks. Go straight ahead for 2 blocks and then make a right, and Speak is just across from Canal 33, next to Salvacola. If I don't make a mistake, it was Salvacola, or between Salvacola and Superintendencia, I guess it's called that place next to Speak too. So that is where Speak is, on Pasaje Ismael. Yes, so as you can see, first I give you direction to walk, to go, to turn, and do this, and at the end I tell you the location, across from, between, next to, and like that. Yes, so that's a way that you have to do it. I need to practice a little bit how to give directions, because location was better, but direction, you need to tell me walk 5 blocks, then you turn right. The mall is across from the police station. It's near the supermarket, and it's also near the park. So any kind of places that you have over there. Yes. So just try to study a little bit that vocabulary because you will use it tomorrow too. Yes.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Hi.
All right. So I was getting some directions to get to a place in Lopango. So Caesar was telling me how to get to a mall, Unicentro, I guess was called, and that. So I also told Caesar how to get to Speak, and I will tell you how you need to do it. Imagine that you are at Salvador del Mundo. Yes. So go up, Paseo General Escalón. Go straight ahead for 3 blocks. Then turn right and go straight ahead for 2 blocks. Later, you turn right. And Speak is across from, yes, tomorrow, across from Canal 33, next to Salvacola, or between Salvacola and I don't remember the other place. I guess it was Superintendencia. I'm not pretty sure, but that is a location near Típicos Margot, on Pasajes Mania, and like that. So you're given first direction to move, and then when you are near the place, location, across from, between, next to, on. Yes. So I need that you practice this at home, how to give directions. Especially you need to remember the vocabulary to give the direction. So we will use it tomorrow, and tomorrow you will have the presentation for real. There were 6 people missing today. I don't know what happened to them. So I hope everyone is ready tomorrow. Elena doesn't have a microphone. Same thing happened to Alejandra.
Teacher,
Yes, Elena?
teacher, sorry. I have the problem with my photo, the young,
When you were
because
young,
because my mother,
lost.
I don't, yes,
Lost,
no, se la llevó,
took
took
the pictures
Sensuntepec, took the picture,
to Sensuntepec.
just to Sensuntepec,
Okay.
is far away.
You don't need
Here.
real pictures. You don't need real pictures. Maybe she can send you a picture on WhatsApp, and then you have
Oh,
to show your cell phone.
okay,
You don't
okay.
need to show
Teacher,
real pictures. It can be using your cell phone, using your computer. You can project it and like that. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So
teacher, I have a question.
yes, Leslie.
The presentation is on video or speak?
No, you will bring the pictures here in class. You're going to work in pairs, and you will tell your
Oh,
classmate about your relatives experience or life, and then
Okay. Okay.
it's not
Thank
a
you.
video, it's not anything. The only thing that you need are pictures. The only things that you need are pictures. Pictures. You show, okay, this is my mother. She was born in San Salvador in 1962. She grew up in, I don't know, Sacamil. And then she went to kindergarten when she was 5 years old. She graduated from kindergarten, another picture. So that's what you have to do. And then me, this is me. I was born in San Salvador. I grew up in Ciudad Merliot. I went to kindergarten when I was 4. I studied in Kinder Amiguito. So whatever you want to say, but you describe what happened in your life and in the life of the other person. The pictures are only for you to remember what you have to say and for your classmate to see so they can understand it. Yes? No more
Thank you.
questions? You're welcome. No more questions? No. Okay, get ready because tomorrow you will speak a lot. So have a good day and I see you all tomorrow. Bye guys.
Bye, teacher.
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 Bye.